Hello, I'm District 1 Councilman Roland F. Winters Jr., and welcome to my Council Conversation show. Today I'm joined by John Yeager, the Chair of the Disability Advisory Commission, and Michelle Hernandez, the Vice Chair. Thanks, John and Michelle, for being here today. I really appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
For the viewing audience, I'd like to ask, what is the Disability Commission all about? What does it do? What is your mission, per se?
The Disability Advisory Commission is not a misnomer. That's exactly what it is. We used to advise the City Council and the Mayor on issues that concern residents who have disabilities in the City of Surprise. But in addition to that, it's grown from, I think, its original concept, where we are advocates for disabled citizens in the City of Surprise, and in terms of providing information or helping them along. And we try our best to get ourselves out there to the public to let them know that we are either a support group for them or a really good source of information to help them whatever problems that they have.
Good, good. Yeah, how well do you think the City of Surprise accommodates the disability community? Michelle, how do you see that?
When we moved here, I was just so surprised and thrilled. We moved here for our daughter's medical care. I could not believe how progressive the city is. We have adequate curb cuts, we have accessible parking, we have an incredible recreation program, and there's constant input that we can give to the city as to how to even make it better. But this is far and above much more than other places that I've lived or even visited.
Good, good, yeah. Yeah, I find that way also. I think Surprise has been really great for somebody who is disabled. The public transportation has been a big topic in a council meetings lately. Does the Disability Advisory Commission has anything to offer regarding the citizens with disabilities in that respect?
Absolutely. The transportation, it's always a hot button kind of issue. I know we're very, very strong, this administration, in trying to get a bus route, permanent bus route for people who are disabled or non-disabled. But the Green Cab Company, that's run by Valley Metro, is a wonderful opportunity.
Discount cab.
Discount cab, yes. And it's a wonderful opportunity for people who are disabled and have a hard time getting out. They have taxi cabs that are wheelchair accessible, that you can stay in your wheelchair if you don't wish to be transferred, or a walker. They'll buckle you down. It's a very, very safe thing. I've seen these myself. When they first started a while ago, we had a demonstration of that. And it's a very, very cost-effective program, which is subsidized by the City of Surprise, which is a wonderful thing. It's not really a catch, but to make sure that they don't abuse anything, people who are disabled have to get certified in the city of Phoenix, but that's not as bad as it sounds. They will come to your house for free, on appointment. They'll pick you up, they'll drive you to Phoenix, they'll make sure they certify you in terms of the ADA, the Accessibility with Disabilities Act, and then they will drive you home, and all that's free. And once you have an ADA number or accessibility voucher, then every time you call, they'll know right away exactly what you need, whether it's a walker or a little extra room in a certain cab, and so on. So it's a wonderful program, and people who think they might be shut in are really not, but we have to get the message out there that they can do this. And I believe it's 1 to 14 days that they have to make a reservation. You can't call up on the day of, but to make an appointment and a reservation between a day from now and 2 weeks from now. And they can do that. So it's a wonderful program that the City of Surprise.
It is a very good. It's a very good program run by Valley Metro.
Yes.
And the discount cab car services. But the other part of that is that an able-bodied person can get a ride also.
Oh yes.
If they call the day before or the day of, if there's room for the rides, you can also get a ride.
Right, for medical appointments, for grocery shopping, for whatever they need. And I think it's a little bit more, but it's still very inexpensive to take you out of the City of Surprise if you have those kind of appointments.
Right, right.
We have a personal experience with this. We have a family member that uses it on the subscription basis. And for her, she's so high functioning, she's able to go on her own and come home on her own, and it gives her a whole other level of independence.
That's great. That's great. Now, the Disability Advisory Commission, do they work with just certain types of disabilities, physical disabilities, or are they open to other disabilities like mental disabilities?
Now, just like the ADA requires, we help anyone we can who has a disability, no matter how little it might be, how severe it might be, whether it's a mental problem, whatever it is. We do whatever we can. And that's the important message to get out. It's not just, again, advising the city council and the mayor on certain issues, but it's trying to help people in our city in any way we can, whoever has any sort of disability issue.
Right. Tell the viewers a little about the award you guys have. You have an award called the Above and Beyond Award.
Yes, we work with businesses and individuals, of course, but businesses in the city of Surprise. And when a business is not maybe, for example, fully accessible for people with disabilities, we try to encourage them by explaining to them how they may get more business if their facility is barrier-free. This is just an example. So what we've done, actually, it was the mayor's idea, wasn't it, back, Michelle, years ago, the Above and Beyond Award. She coined that award, the name of it.
I believe it was our friend here, Commissioner Winters, Council Member Winters.
All right, maybe I'm mistaken, but I think she came up with the name of it.
In a way, you're right, John, because when we brought this before the city council, that was Mayor Wilcott's phrase.
Right,
call
right.
it the Above and Beyond Award, which I thought was a good idea.
And the Above and, as you know, the Above and Beyond Award is given to individuals, groups, or businesses who do something above and beyond the disability requirements, the federal disability requirements, to make it easier for our people, the residents in the city of Surprise who have a disability. For example, if the doors, it's ADA does not require businesses to have accessible doors, okay? And it may not sound like a big deal, but for people who are disabled, even elderly folks who are a little bit frail and you know, can't lift a heavy door open or push it open, you know, this is something that benefits them. And when we explain that, it would be great if you had, you know, just one accessible door like that. You may get people who come in and who normally wouldn't have, you know, feel intimidated or can't get into your building, or it's a little hard negotiating around.
It's a welcoming sign for somebody who's disabled.
And when they do it, we like to award them the Above and Beyond Award. We give them a certificate. We have a televised presentation for that. It's something that they can be proud of, and they hang up in their office or their lobby or whatever kind of business it is. We also give the Above and Beyond Award to individuals who work with groups to go and spend money, which it often involves, above and beyond what's required to make it better for our citizens.
Great, great.
I do want to add such thanks to the mayor and council for allowing us to promote this Above and Beyond Award, but also to clarify, the mayor coined the phrase, but I think it's really important for people to understand that Roland spearheaded this program. When it was in its infancy, you know, we all were like, oh, okay, how exactly is this going to work? And now all commission members are able to nominate someone or entity that they feel has really contributed to this community by going above and beyond.
Well, it was a team effort. When I was on a Disability Advisory Commission, the whole team really got together and got that award. I think it's a very worthwhile award. I think the businesses at least have some kind of an idea what they can do to make their business more welcoming to the disabled and the elderly. So what other organizations does the Disability Advisory Commission work with to help our disability and community?
We work with other organizations that are concerned with disabilities. We have resources on our website, which maybe we can get to a little bit later on. And we work with individuals who need help, businesses that need advice. We contact businesses, we contact individuals when we think we can be of assistance. But I think, from my point of view anyway, the most important thing I found, or maybe the better way to say it is the most rewarding thing that I have found, is when we get out there at public events and we meet, our residents, and a lot of them, they have no idea of our existence. And then they come over and they'll ask, we have a little booth or something. Michelle and I were recently at the Fiesta Grande. And it was wonderful to have people who come over, who see the sign, who have a disability of some sort, and then they start asking questions. I didn't know we had this. What's this about? And like I say, the very least is that we're a supportive organization. We give out cards and stuff that they can call us if they have a problem down the road. A lot of times I know we've had people at the the Fiesta Grande where people come up and tell us the sad story about this or that and so on. And we're able to help them. If we don't have any kind of authority, but that's okay because we can research and we can go out and at least point them in the right direction. And that's what I see it's all about, to help them.
Great. Where can the residents learn more about disability problems?
They can log on to the City of Surprise website, www.surpriseaz.gov, mayor/mayor, council, and boards and commissions, and Disability Advisory Commission. They can also type into the search feature DAC or Disability Advisory Commission, and it'll take them directly to our page.
Great.
And there's lots of stuff on our page. There's the resources that they can use. There's a contact form that they'll contact a member of the staff. We have Linda Davis, who is our new ADA coordinator, which is required by law. She's been working with us, I think you would know better, maybe a month and a half?
A couple, 3 weeks,
months?
not too long.
Yeah, I know it's at about a month or so.
Yeah.
And we have Rika Gallagher, a wonderful, knowledgeable and on-the-ball staff member.
Right.
And they will be getting our emails and then forwarding them to us. And then we'll do what we can to help all of our citizens.
We also want to give a shout out to Mike Mason, who worked with us for quite some time and recently retired. Hello, Mike.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope Mike enjoys his retirement.
Yes.
Let me ask you this, John and Michelle. If a resident in Surprise needs some type of equipment to deal with the disability, say on a short-term basis, is there some kind of a program they can go to, or can they get loan equipment or rent equipment for their short-term disability?
We don't have anything like that in place now. That's not exactly our purpose. However, I don't want the Disability Advisory Commission to ever be some organization or commission that says, no, that we don't handle that, so good luck, sorry.
Right.
No. The answer is we will do everything we can to help that person with the right organizations who can help. We will guide them. We will make telephone calls on their behalf if we have to. We'll visit there if we have to. We'll do whatever we can to make sure that person gets the things that they need. So the Disability Advisory Commission is a place where residents can start in their quest to try to get needed services, or if they have a problem, or if the budget's a problem.
Good. I understand you have some vacancies on the commission right now.
We'd like to use this opportunity to, Michelle and I would like to use this opportunity to invite anybody who would like to become a member of the Disability Advisory Commission.
Good.
The procedure is very simple. You can download an application online on the City of Surprise website, and after they fill it out, mail it to the city clerk. She will get that information to the City Council. And as you know, Councilman Winters here is the chairman of that subcommittee to hire people, or to accept people, or interview people on all boards and commissions. So then, when we have enough people, then they'll ask you to you and your committee to interview people.
So for the viewing audience, if somebody out there wants to become a member of the Disability Advisory Commission, how do they get in touch with you? They get you on the internet, on the website?
Yeah, they don't actually get in touch with us because it's not us who appoints them. It's the City Council and the mayor. That's the appointing authority. And that's the ones who we may sit in on it, Michelle and I. But the decision is up to the city council members to vote on it. So that's why it has to be done through a formal application and then
Right.
sent into the city clerk.
Right, good. Well, tell our viewing audience where they can learn more about your Disability Advisory Commission.
Michelle?
Definitely on the webpage, as I stated, www.surpriseaz.gov. But also, we try to attend as many of the city functions as we can. We set up a booth, we provide information. In our last meeting, we have agreed to promote disseminating information on a larger scale, not just by the events, but by actually handing out something that a community member can request, and it's something they're going to keep. For example, a magnet with all the pertinent information, emergency numbers, that kind of thing. We're constantly looking at different resources for our community, and so if anyone, please send us that information. If there's a resource we're not aware of, please share that with us.
Right. Now, when are your meetings, Michelle? When do you meet? What times?
Okay,
Where?
it is the third Wednesday of the month, and it will be in council chambers. We invite the public to join us. There's a call to the public. Input is appreciated, and the more people that want to join us, the more we would appreciate.
Good, good. Well, you have anything else to add to folks before we close the show?
Well, in addition to the third Wednesday of every month, which is when it's televised live, I know that I don't have it in my head right this second, but there is the Surprise 11 reruns the show.
They do.
Several times. And if you miss it or you're not sure about it, one of the wonderful things Surprise 11 does, if you can see any council conversations with council, any of our meetings from the past, any other board and commission that might be televised or what's going on and so on.
Great,
So,
great.
There's also a direct link from the website, our webpage, to
Yes.
those meetings so that they can be viewed on television.
Great. Now, I want to thank you folks and pass on to the rest of your commission members how much the city appreciates you guys volunteering and doing that. I know there's a commitment to be there at the meetings all the time. And more than that, there's a commitment to get things done in the city of Surprise. So pass it on to your rest of the commissioners. We really appreciate that.
We sure will.
And we appreciate all the board and commission members to give up their time to make Surprise a better place to live in. So thanks, John and Michelle, again for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the viewers learned something about our show. And I hope everybody enjoyed the show, and I'd love to hear from you. Please call or email me at any time. And I invite you to join me the third Friday of every month at my Friday night coffee chat. We meet at 7 p.m. at the retreat at Arizona Traditions. I would love to see you there and talk about things happening in the city of Surprise. You can get complete details on my website. While you're online, please sign up for my monthly newsletter. Again, thank you for watching.